Hey, everybody. Welcome. Oh, my God. Look at the people that are walking by. Hey, it's Bronze and Modern Gods. I'm John.
I'm Richard.
Let us know in the chat if you guys can see and hear us okay. We are here live at California Comic Con. You know how we do. We've got a whole bunch of stuff. I see Steve Bradley in the chat. I see Nowhere Bound. Steve's asking if you want to click on his comment, I'll bring it up. Steve is asking, how is the weather? Have we picked up anything?
Oh,
well, gosh.
It's been a busy con already.
We have a lot to show you. And you could, there's Ariel, there's Vadim. Good to see you guys. Lots of people here.
Great. Okay.
And we've got a raffle happening at the same time. So get out your raffle tickets, everybody. Okay, thank you, Ariel. Ariel says the sound is good. Why don't we start off by talking to our friend Crow from Shortbox. Crow, welcome. Hey, everybody, this is Crow from Shortbox.
Whoa.
For people who aren't familiar with Shortbox, first of all, thanks for letting us be at your booth. Tell them a little bit about the app and what they do.
Shortbox is the safest. Wow, the safest. All right, that's a new word. It's the safest and easiest way to buy and sell graded comic books online. At least that's what we say, and we think it's true.
I think it's true. You've sold on Shortbox.
I have
before.
sold. So I'm a big supporter of Shortbox. I'm wearing my Shortbox shirt today.
Yeah, I've sold on Shortbox. Just tell everybody why it's easy compared to eBay or something like that.
Sure. So everybody who founded Shortbox, we come back from a tech background. So a lot of years spent in sort of the coal mines of tech, trying to make things as easy as possible using the most modern technology. So we have programmers who worked at early Yahoo and Google and Justin TV. I come from tech as well. So it's just the most modern take that we think that people who collect comics deserve. Because one of the things I think everybody, if you're a comic collector, probably realizes is that there's not a lot of infrastructure or like nice things for us, right? It's sort of
we can't have nice things.
We can't have it, and they don't want us to have it. Right? That's what we're changing. So that's what we wanted to change. We're all collectors. We've all been collectors, and we just thought we deserved nice things, and so that's we set out to make the most modern platform possible, and I think we did it.
I think it's obvious, but just in case it's not obvious, if you want to download the Shortbox app, go to
Shortbox.com. It's free. You can get it on iOS or Android. It's a mobile app. On the website, you can search around, but if you really want the full experience, the mobile app's the way to go.
And you can get it at the Apple App Store or Google Play.
Right.
That's right.
And you guys have made such advances. The last time I was here, which was 3 years ago, you guys were still in beta, and you were here at the show promoting the app and the initial launch. And where you were then and where you are now is just amazing. The capabilities the app has is fantastic.
Thank you. We worked really hard on it. We recently hired a couple of engineers from Facebook and Oculus, the virtual reality. So we've got a couple of features coming out in the next month or so. They're going to blow people's socks. It's going to change the game. I can't talk about them yet, but they're coming pretty soon.
AI scanning.
Yeah, that's right.
Crow can't talk about it, but
well, he'll tell us after the show's over.
Yeah, I'm the marketing guy, so if you see anything from Shortbox, it's coming from me. Super annoying.
All right. Well, thank you again for letting us squat here at your booth.
Well, thanks for letting me crouch over you like a weird,
gargoyle. We didn't think about this part, but we're learning, just like you guys.
Thank you again for letting me be on. Hi, everybody out there. What's up, chat? I know that's how I'm supposed to talk to chat.
Exactly. You're supposed to acknowledge the chat. All right. Thanks, Crow.
Thank you.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about this show so far. We got here at 9:30, got in a little early, and walked around. What do you think?
I think it's great. I mean, this is my favorite comic book show of the year because it is focused solely and exclusively on comic books. It's for the collectors. It's a show that just strips bare all of the artifice that are attached to most shows. And it's, you get to talk to dealers whose, livelihood is around comic books, and, you can get some good deals.
Yeah. Let's talk about deals. If you happen to be here in Southern California and you haven't bought a ticket and you're not here yet, can we strongly suggest you get here, because we're going to show you some stuff that we got in the first 2 hours of this show already. first hour and a half. You want to start off? Why don't you do a little show and tell?
All right, well, let's start off with some simple stuff. Okay, I am a huge fan of comic books that when I was a kid, right? 1980s for me is Judge Dredd. So this is a really gorgeous, clean copy of George. This happens to be issue number 30. It's one of my favorite covers from back in the day. This Mushroom Man guy.
There's a fungus among us. It's like The Last of Us.
It was. It's labeled $5. I paid $2 for it. So it's you can really get some good deals. In terms of the value of this book, it's not a high value book, but it's a great story, a great read, and I am really looking forward to going back and reliving by rereading it.
Let me show my first one.
All right, now there's a dollar value difference between some of the books that you'll see here.
Well, we're starting small. And
I was starting small.
I got this from. Okay, we have to tell the story. There was a preview night last night. Okay, and it was limited to 200 people that had to buy preview night tickets, and we're there. There's some good dealers, and we made some deals and bought some books. And then about an hour before the preview night is supposed to end, this guy walks in with his wife and kid and a stroller. The kid is not in the stroller. The stroller is filled with boxes of slabs and comic books, and he has a little handwritten sign saying "comic books for sale." And he's just like walking around with his baby stroller full of comic books. He's not a dealer that bought a table or anything. So Richard and I run up and we're like, "What you got, buddy?"
It was totally lone wolf and cub kind of thing. He's just like strolling around with the comic book.
So I got a showcase with Dolphin from the guy. There's that.
We're not getting any more chat.
I see some. Got the first appearance of Animal Man from my man with the stroller. I would say it's a good 3.0, 3.5. Got a good deal on it. Now, Richard, show everyone what you got from the stroller guy.
All right,
tell them first why you were here. What was your goal?
My collection's in a pretty good spot, and so I wasn't looking for any real Grail here. But there's some books I've always wanted to get. I am a huge Art Adams fan, and Art Adams does some really gorgeous covers that are high ratio and hard to come by. So I was always on the look for that, and I was looking around, and none of the people at the preview night had it. And like John says, gentleman with this baby stroller comes up, and someone else in front of me who's just leafing through the boxes he had, and all of a sudden up pops one of these really rare Art Adams covers. This is the 1 in 25 from New Mutants 25.
This guy.
It is just a beautiful cover. I got it for an incredibly good price. I'm really appreciative of it. But it was it's just strange that none of the people in the whole place had it until stroller guy came by.
I mean, it was the weird part about that story, not just stroller guy, that Richard specifically said he was coming here with one goal in mind, to find those Art Adams 1 in 25 covers from 2011. And a guy, none of the dealers had it. A guy in a stroller comes up and asks it. What do we have here? We've got some chat. Just watching.
Okay, you're still here. They're awesome. I'm glad we can hear you guys.
Ariel. Wow. What happened with that Strange Adventures Nowhere Bound? Tell me, please.
Yeah.
Pro can probably answer.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, how safe is short boxed? Pretty secure. I mean,
Yeah.
I've never had any issues.
I've never had a single issue with it. Financially, everything has always gone smoothly. When there has been an issue with a particular buyer or a seller, I've always had it resolved. But one of the nice things I like, if a book is a high dollar book, they, instead of having you ship the book to the buyer, you ship the book to Shortbox.
Right.
Shortbox verifies that you are actually sending what the person has purchased, and then they'll reship it onto the buyer. So they act as that middleman to verify the transaction. Really, really important.
Yeah, not to make this an hour-long commercial for Shortbox, but what I like about it, too late. What I like about it is you're not paying for shipping.
That's right.
As a seller or a buyer. So they just send you a code and you print out the label and boom, Bob's your uncle. All right, so let's move on to
Hold on.
The
Story of
books.
the Baby
Oh,
Story
yeah,
is
here we
always
go.
be part of this stories of these books. Yes, we'll have the Grail pedigree.
I want to see that gray label with the stroller pedigree. Stroller pedigree. So we're here. Oh, I got one more from last night, or a couple more to show you. I got this last night from a dealer that had it priced really fairly. And I just love this cover for all my Atlas War folks out there. It's a War Adventures number 12 with that classic. I'm trying to get it out of the glare there. That classic soldier with the eye patch cover. Just beautiful. Really solid 4.0. He was asking 90. I got it for 80. So look at that.
That's a beautiful book.
Yes. All right. You got any more?
Yeah, I
This
got.
morning?
From this morning, we were wandering around, and I am a huge Cerebus fan, and there's talking about deals. A dealer had here's Cerebus number 2. He had not only this, but pretty much the whole Cerebus run through 27, 28, and he said he would sell the whole run at a huge discount. So we added up all the books, we negotiated a price, and now I'm walking away with a big part of that early run of Cerebus for a really good price. I'm thrilled because I love Cerebus, notwithstanding the artist today, and to have that, and these are all high grade books. That's the amazing part. They're all high grade books. So I'm going to go through and slab the ones that I think are the best, and they're going to be a part of my PC.
So it was issue 2 through 18.
I saw up to 29.
What did you get?
You got
them all?
Got them all.
Issues 2 through 29. Anyone in the chat, high grade, 8.0 or better, anyone in the chat want to guess how much Richard paid for issues 2 through 29? We will look now. In the meantime, Dan is asking if we're live. Yes, we are live. So hit us up with your questions and comments, please. Mm-hmm. There's Diener. What's up, Diener?
Hey, Dean.
And an 8.5 Strange Adventures sold for $13.37.
$11.37.
Holy moly! Well, this is not an 8.5, but good to know. All right, we're waiting to see if anybody can guess. $2,400. Vinny guesses. $500. We're getting closer. Show that one. There you go. 500. Any other guesses? Cerebus 2 through 29, 8.0 or better. Why don't you tell everybody what the asking price was and then how you negotiated?
It started off, he totaled them all up, and it came to $685. John thought it was $6,800.
I thought I was with you guys in the chat. I thought it was like, oh, wow.
And we negotiated it down to $320 was the final price.
And Richard was fighting him over the final 20. Richard wanted to pay no more than $300. And finally, I piped up and I said, I'll give you the $20. Just friggin' do it.
Yeah, so it's great. I'm excited. I'm going to go through these books. And like I said, I mean, it's a great condition. Apparently, this one was slabbed previously. He's got the actual CGC label with it. So I'm hoping at least to get an 8.0. I'm going to press it and clean it and do all that fun stuff. So, yeah.
Nice. I'm slightly distracted by the guy directly across from us in the hall trying to rebag an All-American Comics Golden Age Green Lantern issue. And he's bending the crap out of it.
You know,
should we help him live?
Oh, he's not going to put a backing board in there.
He's like shaking it. You see it, right?
I see it. It's a shaking baby syndrome.
Please, sir, no, don't do that to that book.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's definitely going for to the PC. These books, these early Cerebus are in high grade or rare, but it's not necessarily expensive in terms of multi-$100.
Right.
But I love it. Cerebus 11. First Wolveroach is in here somewhere, so
I know
some good books.
Nice. All right. The next one I got this morning in
thank you
trade. I actually traded for this book. I brought a few slabs that, I don't have any emotional attachment to, like G.I. Joe 21 and 9.6, that Snake Eyes issue. Things like that I just don't really care about. And I've done a lot of trading. And Richard, I think I've spent maybe a total of.
Love your show.
Thank
Oh,
you.
thank
Hi.
you.
Think $400, $500.
If that. Yeah.
But I've gotten some really big books, as you'll see here.
Okay. Now let's also preface it. John didn't bring like low grade trade bait.
No.
So he had some good trade bait here, and it's a good testament. If you have a book that you don't, you're having trouble moving, you may want to bring it to trade because you could find some other book that you could find easier. People.
Hold on. I want to bring.
Okay. Sir.
Hey, can we see that All-American? Come over.
This is.
I see. Come around
the back.
Here. Come here. We want to show off. What's your name?
Maurice. Come around
here. Come over here.
Do you want to move the camera? Or is that
no? Here, Maurice. Show everybody what you got here. We were watching you across the way when you were trying to rebag that book, and our fingernails, our knuckles were white for you. Maurice, where are you from? Seattle. You came here from Seattle for the show.
This is a great.
Yeah, it is a great show.
This is probably. I haven't been in San Diego in years, but this is a great lineup, and there's like no other crappy pop culture stuff.
Exactly.
Right.
This is an amazing.
We did see one guy dressed as Deathstroke.
Oh, really?
You did see one.
Just so you know,
Okay.
there was one cosplayer.
All right, show everybody what you
For
rebagging.
sure. Yeah. I got this All-American. I'm putting the run together.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
nice.
a lot of people on Instagram now. But I'm glad I scored one. I never see these in shows anymore. Like maybe I'll see one, and then Harley, who never has this like golden age, had her at the bottom shelf.
There you go.
God.
You got to look everywhere, right?
He saved the show for me. So here it is again.
I will tell you, we were watching you rebag it,
Oh, really?
and we were like, "Don't do it, dude."
I have to put it in here at least. I always bring one,
exactly.
top loader at least. So.
Well, I am super pumped for you. I'm glad you found your book.
Thanks,
Love
Maurice.
your blog. I do watch you guys. I love your YouTube channel.
Oh, well, thank you.
Appreciate that.
you.
Thank you very much. Good to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
All right. And we're going to keep grabbing people like that randomly and criticizing their bagging skills.
All right. What's the next thing that you brought?
Well, you were telling I did not bring cheap.
You did not bring cheap bait, right?
So, but again, like I said, you guys, if it's nothing you really collect, who cares? So if you like weird stuff like I do, it's a lot harder to sell a copy of Margie number 36 to someone than it is to sell a copy of G.I. Joe 21 in the 9.6 slab. So you will have people that were like, oh yeah, I can sell that a lot quicker than I can sell this. The reason why I have this beautiful copy of Margie 36, this is the one and only time in the Golden Age where Stan Lee appears in the story as a character. Margie goes to the Timely Comics offices to complain that she doesn't like the stories in her book. And so she meets...
Fourth wall.
Yeah, exactly. We're shattering that fourth wall. She meets Stan Lee, and the guy who did it did not cut this out. He actually photocopied it, the guy who sold it, so you could see Stan Lee in the story. But this was something he was asking $475, and I just straight up traded for it. I didn't want the book I had, got it in a collection, and so I find this to be an upgrade.
Yep, I do too. I mean, you traded a book that you weren't as interested in for a book that was important to you. So that's awesome.
All right, show everyone your next one.
The next one is this is a book, and anybody who's watching the show know I've been looking for this. Fantastic Four number 18. It's the first appearance of Super Skrull. So I got this from
breaking news. Breaking news. Everyone is Hiram.
Yeah, Hiram.
Hi everybody, how you doing?
Tell everybody who you are, where you're from.
My name is Hiram from Hiram's Collectibles. I'm from Miami, Florida, and I'm single.
I like long walks on the beach. Banana
He is
daiquiris.
always well dressed. He is always the best dressed comic book collector in the show. So I got this from my friend
Who was that from?
from Jeff.
Golden Age Guru.
Golden Age
Jeff.
Guru.
Yes.
I know him as Jeff.
Yes.
This is a nice copy. It's a worn copy, but it's my copy, and we came to a price agreement on it, and it's going into my collection. I don't know if I'm going to get it slabbed or not.
Right.
But I just wanted a copy before they went crazy.
I put that comment from Vinny or from Vadim. Who did the cover for the Margie? That is a great question, Vadim. I think I'll have to look. I know the interior is by Dan DeCarlo. I don't know if this cover is, because I don't know if Dan DeCarlo has ever done like close-up covers like this of a whole face. But that's a great question. I don't know.
Yeah, Vinny, you're in Riverside. Yeah, you should. You still can come.
Yeah, Vinny, I'm telling you, man, it's worth the trip. If traffic is light, come down.
Awesome. Got it. Great.
Oh, awesome.
I have never seen an 18 in any place in Ohio. So
Really?
no, I have not.
I think everybody's supporting it right now because of the potential.
There is potential. That's
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons I wanted to get it now before Super Scroll shows up in some Marvel property.
Yeah, I don't know if people are looking for high dollar stuff, but there are at least 5 copies of AF-15 floating around
There,
here.
at least.
Tons of Spy ASM number 1s, and people are willing to deal.
Yeah, people.
Yeah.
We were here last night, and it was the preview show, and all the dealers were really, really flexible with pricing.
Yeah.
So, and I've seen that a lot here today as well. People, I think, are accepting the reality that we're not in 2020 anymore,
No.
and people aren't necessarily giving up those prices they were giving up at one point.
Well, it's interesting you say that because I think it's split.
Thank you.
50-50.
Yeah.
I think it's some people realize, hey, they need to reprice things and readjust.
Mm-hmm.
And some people just have the same price stickers they've had on their books for the last 2 years. And
Right.
they're just not going to change those price stickers.
Oh,
However, they
thank
all
you,
have
Hope.
signs on their booth saying, ignore the price, make offers. So I don't know if that's the best business plan, but okay. What we got going on in the
What's
chat?
the cheapest ASM one to be had?
I haven't been looking at the
I
prices. have you?
hadn't priced it either.
No.
That's a good question. We will look around and kind of get a temperature gauge.
Yeah.
But yeah, ASM one, I've seen a number of AF-15, Fantastic Four number 1, a lot of Fantastic Four, First Galactus and things like that here is pretty prevalent. But
I do want to remind anybody in Southern California, God, I sound like such a friggin' salesman. I don't mean to. But if you do want to come here, it's till 5 o'clock, and there was no traffic from Long Beach. We sailed right down. So, hey, hi. He can help you right over there. Thanks. The danger of a live stream. People ask you to validate their parking. Not what I do. All right, my next book is not an expensive book, but it's something I've been missing, and I had this as a kid, and this is one of my favorite books as a kid, and it is Invaders number 10. And the reason why I love this book as a kid, if you've never seen it before, it is an emergency fill-in issue where they missed a deadline. So it's a reprint of a Captain America, a Golden Age Captain America story.
oh wow,
And I had never seen a Golden Age Captain America story before that point as a kid. So I was obsessed with this book. I'm like, oh, the art is weird, and it's from the 1940s. That's like the prehistoric age. So looking through my Invaders collection, I noticed I didn't have number 10.
I thought you had a full run.
I did have I've had a full run of everything at one point or another.
That's true.
So the memory plays tricks on you. What do we have here? In the UK yesterday, what does that say?
Online auction yesterday, a copy of ASM 1 went for £4,200.
Was that a UK variant, or was that a Pence variant, or a US version?
That is a fantastic price.
Yeah.
I'd love to.
If it was a Pence variant, that's one issue. Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I could see it being an issue in terms of the market price, but it's still an ASM 1.
Yeah.
So
What is the cheapest? What is that?
Yeah, that's we just talked about that. We'll see.
You guys are the best.
Thank you.
Hey, and that was cosmic how I ran into you. You had just seen the Action Comics 252 in the box.
Did you find it?
Yes.
See,
It's like meant to be.
come over here and show everybody. We're bringing people together. We're bringing people together with their books.
Hell Destroyer Comics. How's everybody doing? Yeah, I ran into these guys, wanted to say hi, told him what I was looking for, and randomly he had just seen the only one in the show in a box, not even on a wall, pointed me in the right direction, and I got the comics.
Do you have it in the
I
backpack?
just put it in the car.
Oh, it's an Action 252, first Brainiac.
In a 2.5.
In a two. Congratulations.
You guys are the best.
Did you get a deal on it?
Huh?
Did you get a deal?
Pretty decent, yeah.
Okay,
Good.
awesome.
Excellent.
Congrats.
Great show.
See,
Thank
Bronze
you.
and Modern Gods, putting people together
Okay.
with their comics.
It was that the ASM one was a UK variant.
Oh, okay. That's why I thought that price was reflective of that.
John, I know you love your cover artists. Would you have your older comics signed? Or
No,
not?
absolutely not.
Don't
no
scribble on my
ink
comics.
on my comics, no matter who you are. And Jack Kirby could come up to me and say, I want to sign your Captain America number or whatever. And I'd go, Jack, can you sign my shirt instead?
Sign the inside cover.
Yeah.
Any after effect of hype from the James Gunn DC movie announcement? at the
Oh, I'm
con?
glad who asked that.
This was Comic Boom.
Comic Boom. Listen, I was ready to come in here today and see Weird War Tales 93s on the wall. I was ready to see Supergirl of Tomorrow, whatever that book is, from the Infinite Frontier on the wall. We haven't seen crap. Nothing. This is hardcore bronze, silver, gold. Hey, Lawrence from P Dots Comics, please come over here, Lawrence. We've got all of our people
up,
coming
guys?
in.
Hey, man.
How you guys doing?
Frame here.
Oh, am I in? There we go.
Yeah,
Hey.
yeah.
Tell everybody who you are, what you do.
P Dot from P Dot's Comics and Collectibles, just here at Cal Comic Con, supporting everybody in the local SoCal comic community. Yeah, we're in Pasadena. Come by the shop if you get some time.
And follow him on Instagram, for
Yeah,
God's sake.
definitely.
Oh yeah, that's fun.
Would you get anything?
Yeah, I was able to make a trade for Dark Knight Returns #198.
Oh.
So I traded some books. I didn't have much into it.
Right.
And got one of my books for my PC. So I'm happy with
that's
that.
awesome.
Here, I'll show you.
You can show us. Come on. Don't be shy. Pull it out. Wait a second. Let me rephrase that. Family. Oh,
Family
look at
show.
that.
So even trade found an
Nice.
evil Ernie fan.
Oh.
So I traded an evil Ernie.
You've had
for-
that evil Ernie how long?
A
Dear
long
God.
Well, the good thing is I had multiple copies. So
Thank you for getting what you need.
when you have multiple copies and you don't mind trading away some, then you can get one that you really want.
It's funny you said because we were just talking about I traded a G.I. Joe 2196, which I have zero attachment to, for a Margie
Oh,
36, which is Stan Lee appears in the story.
Yeah, nice.
So, we were just talking about how if you don't have any emotional attachment,
Yeah.
trade up. Don't be afraid to ask about trades.
Trade up. Yeah, trade up. Get something you're really interested in.
Instagram handle again.
At P Dots Comics.
Everybody say bye to Lawrence.
I'm out of here.
All right,
Thanks.
guys.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Now, was that a cameo or a first appearance?
That is a full
Yeah,
first
yeah.
appearance. Your name is mentioned, and you
Yeah.
are in the story. Gambit, X-Men Annual 17.
You'll get the check from SAG. Don't worry about
Exactly. We don't do residuals. Bye.
it. Bye-bye.
All right. What else we got here
All right.
in the chat? Thanks everybody for being in the chat. It's great.
When that Invaders 10 came out, it was 30 years,
Yeah.
30-year-old reprint. Now Invaders 10 is pushing 50 years.
I don't remind me.
Oh.
Please don't say that thing.
Hell Destroyer.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
yeah, he was here. Yep. And Ganja.
Hey guys, bought my first Batman 181, first Poison Ivy with Carmine Infantino cover. She's one of my favorite characters. So stoked to finally have it. Happy hunting. Awesome. I love people who get their Grails.
That's
man.
fantastic.
That high is something you chase. Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh,
there's Mrs. Richard Brown.
Hi, honey.
Awesome.
I love you.
He spent a lot, Carrie.
of
Oh
money.
my God.
Oh man.
You're gonna have to sell the house, I'm afraid.
I can explain. When I get home, I can explain.
He didn't spend any money.
Action 52 first Supergirl.
Oh, actually, which one did he get? Oh man, now I'm confused.
You said first
It was the first Brainiac. I
Okay.
probably got the issue number wrong. Thank you for that fact check. I'm getting
Okay.
old.
And Mark, you see any good quality Dead of Night issue 11s out there?
No, because that's first Scarecrow. I want one of those too. Yeah. I would like one of those myself. What else we got here?
Have you purchased any more of those Doom covers?
Tell people what we see today. The Marvel Superheroes 20s.
They are in force here. I've seen a number of them, anywhere from an 8.0 as highest to a number of Raws. So, yeah, it's Doom. Doom is inevitable. So
There are some books here that I don't know if they're warehouse finds or if everybody's just bringing them out of hiding, but we saw a stack of Savage Tales number 1s
yes,
that people are selling.
And Malibu Sun.
Malibu Suns, someone here who will remain nameless, has an entire short box filled with CGC slabbed Malibu Sun 18s, I think, which is the first Spawn appearance in something. And then we also have, what else? The Vampirella ones.
Yeah, but for some reason, a lot of Vampirella ones, which I am thrilled about, but not thrilled about the price I've been seeing.
You make an offer, dude, if you want to spend the money. Carrie, plug your ears. All right. You want to show? You have anything else to show? Or
No, that's pretty much what the big stuff.
All right. So I got the stuff that I've been holding off.
Hey, okay, Kmort's here.
Oh yeah. Hey, what's up, guys?
Howdy.
Hi, Kmart.
Yes, always. It's easier to ask forgiveness than permission.
How many do we have to chat right now?
We have 75.
Holy moly! Thank you, guys. It's early on a Sunday, so we appreciate it. What else you got?
See, I assume no foam weapons and cosplay competitions at this con.
There was someone dressed as Deathstroke because Marv Wolfman is here signing books. It was actually a really cool costume, but that's the only cosplayer I've seen
so far. Yeah,
I came disguised as a rational human being.
Any early issues of Sensation comic?
Yes, someone here has a lot of Sensations and Wonder Womans. A lot of 1950s scarce Wonder Womans on the wall here.
I'm surprised at the number of Golden Age stuff. I mean, it's really
a lot of Golden Age here.
Hi, 9.9.
Hi.
Just finished this week's show as a diehard old school X-Men fan. Right up with you with Gambit. Yeah, Gambit's a big character. Just not my favorite character. But hey, that's why there's so many people on there.
I think it's fair to point out the number of people. Oh, what do we got?
Carrie says busted.
I know, exactly. I think it's fair to point out the number of comments we got defending Gambit.
Some people,
true. But all the people that defended Gambit felt the need to do it conditionally. Mm-hmm. I was a kid, and I thought he was cool when I was a kid.
Hey, we got Eric and Forrest and watching them from the shop.
What's going on, guys?
Comics are go. Northern Ohio, comics are
you
go.
Guys stay tuned. I'm about to show two things that are going to blow your minds. What else you got here?
Everybody hit that like button.
I really appreciate it, you guys. It's amazing. We're just talking, Richard and I, whenever we get together in person, we kind of start being stunned at how this thing has grown from just two old aging nerds talking about their funny books to 5,100 of you actually giving a crap. So we do not take it lightly or for granted.
No, not at all. We really appreciate all the support, all the just good wishes that everyone has given us over these past 3 years.
All right. Let me show you something I traded for. What did I trade this? I
have seen some. There were some 9.8 Malibu Suns. If you're interested,
there most of them are 9.2s, 8 and 8.5s. The guy that had the short box, I'll tell you guys, it's Scary Jerry. He's got a short box of them. He's blowing them out. So
you had a Silver Surfer. Yeah, that Silver Surfer.
Yes,
that you traded.
Yeah, Silver Surfer 4, but that's coming up next. What did I trade for this again? Oh, the Swamp Thing 21.
Oh, that's right.
I had a Swamp Thing 21, second Alan Moore issue, but it was a Mark's Jewelers variant, and I have the only ones on the census. There aren't any other ones. You guys saw it in the unboxing video earlier this week. So I have no idea how to price it. So I pulled out a book from Red Hood, Under the Red Hood, and I said, would you do a straight trade? And he said, thought about it. And actually, no, I sold that to him, and I used that money to help fund this. which is Men's Adventures, number 28. This is one of the Atlas 1950s Marvels. I'm really trying to not get the glare in here. You tell me if I'm being successful or not.
Yeah, looks good.
It's got, obviously a Cap story, a Human Torch story, a Submariner story. This is when they revived the characters in the mid 50s, and it's a 3.0. I don't have this one. I'm trying to finish this run. This is the tough last issue. It's got that black cover. You can see there's grease pencil across the logo. It's never going to be more than a 3.0, but I don't have it, and now I do.
All right. What's the most underrated character in Marvel and DC?
Hey guys. Most underrated character, Quasar and Hercules.
Quasar.
Come on, you know the answer to that. You watch the show.
Yeah, that's definitely John's answer. I don't know. I don't. It's a tough one. I think they're more underrated in DC, obviously, than Marvel. I love Commandy.
I saw a near mint minus copy of Commandy #1 for $135 at that booth where you got those Cerebuses.
Yeah.
I'm really, don't come here and buy it. I'm thinking about going back in and getting it.
I always watch your channel. You two are the best. Thank you. You seem to truly love comics. We do. It's definitely a passion.
No, it's to a fault.
50 miles away.
I'm telling you.
And the traffic was unbelievably good.
Bring up that Waze app and follow Waze, W-A-Z.
Yep, Scary's got him if you're looking
There you
for him.
go. And he's blown them out, so he's big
As a
deals.
fellow aging nerd 60, yours is my favorite channel. Thank you. We're coming up on that number too.
We're right behind you, buddy.
Is there any book that everyone's talking about at the con?
No.
Yeah, this is a collector's kind of.
You've got the kind of collectors here like Maurice, who we just met, who likes Golden Age Green Lantern. You've got guys like Richard, who's looking for Cerebuses. You've got guys like me who are buying Margies and Patsy Walkers and 50s Atlas. There's not like a crew of people here that are looking for, I need a Spawn #9 First Angela because it was announced. It's not that crowd.
No, it's not a variant cover chasing the latest kind of crowd.
Yeah. That's why we love this show. That's why people like Maurice come from Seattle.
Has anyone seen a Bloodshot Salvation #10? Kim Yun Ji cover.
No.
I'm missing it to complete my collection. Missing that one issue.
Robert,
Someone help.
We'll look, and we'll text you if we, or hit us up in the comments so we can find your contact info.
Awesome Atlas comic, John.
There's more. I got one more. Hold on.
Any Walking Dead #1, 98
Yes.
black label.
Yes, I saw one. The black mature reader's label here.
Love the show in Washington, D.C. Frank Miller was here 2 weeks ago at Third Eye Comics.
How'd he look? Was he okay?
Why is he
I
ill?
worry about Frank Miller.
Have you watched what's getting dropped off at the CGC
There's
booth?
not a CGC booth. They didn't come. There is a CGC facilitator, Desert Winds. So if you get your book signed by Mark Wolfman or Randy Emberlin, they'll submit it for you. But they're not taking drop-offs here, unfortunately, because I was going to bring a stack.
Yeah, it's. I would have brought a stack myself. Do your spouses know what with your collections as just in case? Oh, that's a good question.
Raphael does.
Yeah,
he knows what to do.
I really need to talk to Carrie about it. I have the advantage though of having you and Evan and other friends who help her, but I should probably go over it with her and kind of give her the what.
I will swoop in and buy everything for pennies on the dollar.
You guys are awesome. Big hugs from Vancouver. Thank you.
Thank you.
And Mark.
I should have brought my reading glasses. Sorry, guys. I'm squinting.
That's why I like a con full of eclectic collectors. You get to see and learn more.
Right.
It is amazing. The books I've never seen before. It's just impressive.
What was it you saw that you had never seen a copy before? Oh, the Reform School Girl.
Yeah. It's one of the books that was used in the Sodi trial.
Seduction of the Innocent.
Seduction of the Innocent. Sorry. And it's a rare book. It's not really a comic though. It's more
a
of
comic.
Really.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a photo cover of a girl provocatively.
That's the cover.
Stocking.
I remember as a kid getting my first Overstreet price guide, and they had that cover in like an article about seduction of the innocent books, and she's like on the cover like in her bra and panties, like you know, like I'm in reform school, I'm a bad girl, and I thought I wrote that book.
All right, Brian is saying, be careful of rusted staples with the Malibu Suns. Very common.
Ooh, I wonder if that's why they're all 8.5s.
You know what? I never thought of that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Zach Duncan, I'm on a date with my partner, so I can't watch, but good luck, y'all. Looking handsome. Hey,
Thanks,
thank you.
Zach.
Thank
Back
you.
at you, buddy.
Wallpaper. I'm not sure what she's talking about there. Swooping in. What a good friend you are, John.
I try. I try to raid Richard's book like a vulture. I'm like a buzzard. I'm like Snoopy when he used to be a buzzard, like, you know, hunched over his doghouse.
Steve Bradley says, is it worth it to come in a day early like you guys did? And do you plan on staying late on the last day?
Let's talk about last night. Last night was not a dealer's night. Last night was, you could, if you were a collector, you could come in, set up at a 3x3 table, bring some books, and either sell them or trade them. So you had a different set of dealers than today. And last night, it was limited to 200 people, and it was in a small room. And when they opened the door, it was insanity.
It was.
We could not get to a table. None of the tables. They were, you say, 3 deep.
It was.
And you kind of had to wait for people to move out of the way. You know, you couldn't go from like one table to another and do a loop. You had to wait for people to like clear out, and then you would just jump in. Yeah. So it was nuts. About an hour in, it cleared out a bit. And I think a lot, honestly, because we're honest with you guys, I think a lot of the dealers came in and bought all the good stuff right at the doors open.
I do. I think immediately when the doors opened, they did.
However, that is a good segue.
Oh, hold on. Carrie said she's going to wallpaper.
Oh, the wallpaper of the
yes,
house.
with my collection.
All right. So last night at this dealer's or at this collector's swap, as it was advertised, I brought a few slabs to swap, including a Silver Surfer number 4, 8.5 that you guys saw in the unboxing video, and a couple other books like of that ilk. Mm-hmm. And I was able to trade for this book plus $500 cash. This is a big monumental moment because I've never owned anything like this before. So brace yourselves. It is a Captain America number 10. Yes, it is legitimately a Captain America number 10. Last Simon and Kirby issue. I've never owned a Captain America under issue 40 in my life before. Pre-purge, post-purge, what have you. It is a 1.5. It is slightly brittle. I don't give a crap.
You should have seen him. He was hopping when he actually got the deal done.
Yes. And again, I traded it for 2 slabs I have 0 attachment to, plus a little cash. It does say slightly brittle. I think it's because of this corner. This corner is, you know, starting to disintegrate a bit. But that's how CGC works. If a portion of the page is slightly brittle, they will give it a slightly brittle label designation. The grader's notes say the cover's fully attached. It has massive spine splits, yet it is attached at both staples. Richard and I have looked at this book over and over again. We cannot understand why it's a 1.5.
I have no idea. I mean, I've had 1.5s before, and this does not fall to that level. It presents so much better than that grade.
I mean, I'll show it to you guys. Here's the front. I don't know how much you can see through the glare.
Just crack it out of the
Yeah, let me
case.
see here. Can you hold that for me?
Yeah.
Thank you. There we go. Thank you. So, hey. So we've got, you know,
oh, that's much better.
Yeah. Isn't it? I'm catching the light just perfectly. But look at the back cover.
Yeah, 1.5 to me means there's a chunk missing.
Yeah,
someplace,
or missing back cover, or a coupon cut out, or
right.
You know. But it's complete. There's a big scrape along the back. There's a tear here. but we looked at the grader's notes. The grader's notes just say that the top staple is separated at the back and the bottom staple is separated at the top, and it has spine splits. But this is the best 1.5 I've ever seen in my life.
Hey, here's a question: are you going to crack and resubmit?
No. Their answer is because I don't ever plan on selling it until I'm dead. Then Rafa can do whatever he wants with it. I'm afraid that if I crack it, the cover will separate.
Yeah.
Now, what I could do if I was a shady shyster person is crack it, press it again, tape the cover and resubmit it. Maybe get a 2.5 or a 2. Have other people saying that? But I don't want to take any kind of chance like that with it. I just don't.
Yep. In the great words of Browns and Modern Gods, just collect what you like.
Exactly.
Yep.
Thank you.
And he says at least a 2 looking from here. I mean, you have to look at it.
It's insane, guys. I don't get it. I mean, I'm looking at it in the light. I'm trying to find things. There's nothing in the grader's notes except for the split and the brittle pages. Slightly, not even brittle, slightly brittle.
Sometimes you get gift grades. This is an anti-gift.
This got the only thing I can figure out, and it just got graded in July of last year. So the only thing I can figure out is they just really hammer it for page quality, which is, a shame.
Okay, we got a question. If you could trade your whole collection for one Grail,
Captain America #1.
Cap 1.
Yeah, or Marvel Comics #1. Right? What about you?
I don't have a connection to Marvel Comics 1 or Action Comics 1, or you do with Cap 1.
Right.
So it'd be tough. I mean, for scratch, yeah, but in terms of an ultimate book, an Uber Grail, I don't have one that's not within a stretch.
Yeah.
Like X-Men #1 or Fantastic Four #1. Eventually, I may be able to afford that. I'm never going to afford an Action 1.
Right.
But frankly, it won't kill me if I don't have one.
So not even like First Legion? Yeah, you can afford that. Though.
I can afford that.
That's
the thing. Yeah, I wouldn't trade
not
my
to
whole
brag, you
collection.
guys. I know it sounds really shitty in this economic. Sorry. I know it sounds really crappy in this economic climate to say things like that. We do have empathy.
Looks like a 2.5.
Right.
Also look for a 1.5.
Yeah.
In my opinion, CGC blew it. Yeah.
We don't get it.
It's anti-gift, I tell you.
It's not just me. Richard has looked it up and down as well.
Kmart says, after years, I noticed all the great comic t-shirts you do wear. I'm finally going to ask, where do you go to for shirts? Well, here I'm shilling. I got this one for free from Shortbox.
There's 2 things I do. San Diego Comic Con, there's always a booth called Stylin' Online.
Yep.
And they have shirts. I got this from Stylin' Online. They have shirts.
By the way, I wanted to say
awesome. Thank you. No
problem.
I've never ever seen the shirt anywhere else for sale, and so I got this there. Then I have another, like the Love and Rockets came from Graffiti Designs. I Love and Rockets 24. The other place I get shirts, they're bootleg as AF, but T Public, and that's where I got my Son of Satan shirt. Things, they'll never make a shirt officially for Son of Satan, but I got one there. So 2 sources.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? Nice to meet you, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Someone likes the pressing video.
Dean, looks like it should be a 3.5. Whoever was grading it was a bit harsh. Yeah, unless we're missing something. They saw the actual
it'd be in
book.
the notes.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. I don't get it, but I'm not going to complain. It's going to look beautiful on the wall.
All right. Eric says they are very hard on brittle page spine split combo.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, even if it's attached with the staples,
which is weird. I think are they afraid that it's going to crumble into dust?
It could. I mean, to me, that's slabbing it is the exact thing to do with books of that condition,
right?
To protect them,
right? So there you go, Eric. Eric with the knowledge.
Mark, they tend to be more forgiving on Golden Age books.
Not now,
even though they've never admitted it. But yeah, Golden Age. Golden Age tape is acceptable. All kinds of things that we would consider restoration on a modern book. they just turn a blind eye because
Right.
that's what you did. Any high grade crow? Yes, I've seen
Yeah.
some high grade crow.
Someone
here.
had a 9.6 signed by Obar.
Mhm. Every Golden Age book I've sent in with a spine split has gotten hammered.
Oh, that's too bad. I mean, I guess I understand why, but if you're going to grade on a Golden Age curve, which everybody knows they do, then take that into consideration, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what's the next MCU movie or show you guys are looking forward to?
Not MCU. I'm looking forward to Creature Commandos.
Not MCU for me either. I'm looking forward to Into the Spider-Verse, the next Spider-Verse movies.
Am I the
So-
only person that wants an Eternal sequel?
Probably.
I think I am.
Probably.
I will tell you guys, after the first hour of Eternals, then it's good. You just have to sit. You just have to slog through that interminable first hour. So just watch the last hour of Eternals.
Yep, no problem, Kmart. Which one of the DC movies?
Creature Commandos for me.
Man. I'm waiting to see what Gunn does. I'm waiting
Yeah.
to see how he reboots everything. So I'm going to be cautiously optimistic and go see whatever. Well done for swapping a SE book for it.
A Silver Age book for.
Yeah, save our sensibilities. CGZ needs to add more notes. I dislike the 1.5. I wish they would be more detailed in their notes. It would be helpful.
Oh, the notes were detailed. I just don't think it all added up to a 1.5.
I still have issues taking a good slab picture. Yeah.
We all do. Yeah. The worst is when you see your reflection of the iPhone in the slab.
You and your jammies. How big is the crowd? Well,
medium.
Yeah, it's not as given what we saw yesterday. I expected this place to be elbow to elbow.
Right.
But it's a reasonable crowd. I mean, if you want to see books, you can get to the long boxes. Guillermo says,
Hi, Guillermo.
I'll apologize in advance to you and all the fans of the show. If I ever see you in a con, even if you're live on YouTube, I'll scream your name and say I love you guys.
Don't feel bad, Guillermo. Please do, because if you've noticed, every time I do this, someone is stopping to say hi, and we don't mind at all.
No, again, we really appreciate all the support you guys give us. We've been nothing but I felt like a celebrity today, walking around, people recognizing us.
It was weird.
Yeah, it's a little unnerving.
No one will give us free books though. That's the problem.
Oh, okay. After the first hour, yeah. Can I get at boost easy with this crowd? Yeah, I would say you have to maneuver, but it's not 3D.
Oh yeah, no, it's not like last night. Last night you couldn't even get near a booth. It was a bit of a free feeding frenzy.
Right.
We always bash CGC for undergrading books. Now we know it happens with high grade Golden Age books also. Yeah, I don't understand. I wish you guys were here so I can show it to you in person. It's not just me.
Yeah.
But hey, it worked out in my favor because I was able to get it. I mean, if it was a 3.5, I may not have been able to get it.
That's
or a
true.
2.
Well, the problem with that book is we checked the census, and it's just there are not a lot of sales recently for that book, and there's not
Just
a lot
last
of copies.
July. It sold last July for $1,500.
Yeah, so it's
or December. Sorry,
it's a tough book because of that. I like this show too because you see, I'm not used to seeing so many Golden Age books on the wall.
Yeah.
I mean, there's just been a lot of Golden Age stuff here.
Yeah. Well, it is 11:54 Pacific Coast time, and we've been on for almost an hour now. So this is my preamble for wrapping it up. Let's see. Let's take a few more. Shoo says, "Who cares what the grade is? It's the book that has its history and significance." Congratulations. Right. Thank you. I agree. Jason, do either of you go for a high grade run, a 9.8 complete Quasar run, perhaps? Be fun to put together. Yes. I have a long range, if I live long enough, to get a 9.8 Captain America run. I don't know if I'll ever achieve it.
Wow.
But yeah, I get little things like Quasar definitely. I'm really focused on my Atlas stuff now, though, and that's never going to be 9.8.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm OCD about a lot of things. 9.8s, I think, are overpriced for their comparative value to like a 9.6.
Right.
So I really don't need a 9.8 and everything. I would like to have it, but I'm not going to chase that.
Can you hit Hector's comment there? I want to address that. Hector says, why doesn't CGC redo slabs and get rid of Newton rings? About time. Hector, I think it's happened. The submissions I got that I opened last week, not one Newton ring. And these were the new material slabs that I got.
Okay.
So I think it's happened. If not, cut a piece of Mylar in a strip about yay. Hold this. And if you take the Mylar, and not on the Golden Age, bad example, but there is a space on modern books, and you can just slide the Mylar in about here and just work the Mylar and get rid of the Newton rings. It's really easy. I'll have to make a video showing how to do that.
Yeah, do that because I've seen it done and it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Gonna suggest a couple of your underrated books. Our underrated books of the week. Richard, my first underrated book is Captain America Comics number 10 from January 1942. It features Jack Kirby and Joe Simon's story and art. And you can get a copy right now from me for $80,000.
Wow, you're going a discount for the show. That's amazing. I don't have a underrated book. You would be surprised how much background stuff we do to prep for this show. To pick our underrated books and books of the week and all that stuff.
We didn't do it this week. We just thought we'd go live and riff.
We're in California.
It is in Costa Mesa in Orange County, California.
Gray doesn't matter too much to me as long as it doesn't fall apart in my hands when I read it. I'm happy with it. I would love. I mean, that's the great thing about this. I'm going to read it because I can. Whether I get it slabbed or not, that's the huge benefit of getting them raw. Y'all think the comic boom has gone down since the COVID boom?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we've corrected. Prices have corrected from the boom. I think they were artificially inflated, but I think the market's still very healthy. I mean, if the activity we see here today is an indication, the hobby is still a very healthy hobby.
Right. Hey, John, I asked you this a while ago about canvassing. Yes, CGC stated it can be removed. How much work do you think would be to do so, if really possible? It does take a lot of work. You're going to have to use steam or humidity on the book. You're going to have to use a tack iron on the areas where the canvassing shows. It's not like you can steam the book, slap the whole thing in a press and leave it. You got to physically work. Terry, do you have 5 seconds?
Huh?
Do you have 5 minutes to talk to us?
No, I got 5 seconds.
5 seconds. Come say hi.
Hi.
Everybody, it's Terry who runs the show. Terry, say hi.
Hi.
Tell everybody about the show, what you do why you do it.
I do the show because it's old school comics, and I'm Terry's old school comics.
There you go. There you go, folks.
We can have more time later.
The camera shy Terry jumping in. He doesn't want to be on camera. I don't blame him.
I was going to get rid
But thank you, Terry, for having us.
Just hijack.
Thankfully, you buy stuff.
There you go.
That's not me.
Oh,
okay.
snap. You gotcha.
That's how you keep the show going. You buy stuff.
Exactly.
Yep.
Actually, give it another project. I've only made money on the show part, one time ever. And that was by accident when I went from $10 to $20 admission.
Wow.
Every other time we took a loss in the show, not a big loss. So the way you thank us to keep the show going is you buy stuff from me and other dealers, and we'll keep coming back. I'll do it.
You heard it from the man himself. Get here and buy shit.
Stuff.
Yeah, but Country Club, yeah, it takes a lot of work. It's not an easy slap it in the press and it's done. You got to really work at it. So if you don't have a number 9 tack iron, you're going to have to go buy one. And they're tough to find right now because they're all sold out on Amazon.
I got mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, the show's in Costa Mesa.
Yes, it is. Sorry. Oh, we're having a great time, Dino. Thanks,
Yeah,
man.
hey, Dino.
Shoo says it's just plastic and an opinion of what a 9.8 is. Be happy with the book, Richard. Come on. You
Yeah,
heard him.
exactly. And 9.8 is just a arbitrary grade that people picked as being a
Show
more
one day.
important.
Hope to see Hector. We want to see you too. So
Yeah.
let us know if you're going to San Diego or maybe Emerald City.
Yeah, we might do more show. Ooh, favorite
Animal
underrated
Man
is-
#5, Coyote Gospel, one of the best single issues of a comic book ever made. I agree with that 100%. Have you ever read that?
No, I haven't.
I won't spoil it. Don't spoil it for Richard.
Speaking of Captain America, what are you seeing for Avengers 4? I've seen some.
Holding steady.
Yeah.
Prices are holding steady for that. I think major keys like AF-15, Fantastic Four #1, they see dips. Avengers 4 is like B level, and it just kind of keeps climbing.
Silver Age is still solid, I
Yeah.
think.
All right, we're going to end before this raffle completely takes over the audio here.
All right.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
This is the show for this week because we're going to go back into the show and shop. We're not going to have a new episode tomorrow. This is it. So we will see you later on this week. Maybe we might pop on and do something. Thanks,
All right,
everybody.
everybody stay safe.